Lucas, welcome back to Mount Juliet. You are, of course, this week's Horizon Irish Open defending champion. Must come here with a few different feelings from last year.
Yeah, obviously a lot of good memories from last year. We just played 9 holes and it felt like just a trip down memory lane for 2 hours there, just talking about all the different shots we hit, where all the pins were, where all the crowds were, everything like that. Mum and Dad are here this year, my girlfriend's here, so like explaining basically what went on last year, and I'm sure they don't really care. They watched it on TV, but it felt really cool to just take a trip down memory lane.
You must feel like you've evolved a lot as a golfer. I mean, what you've done in the last year, obviously you've been playing across the pond a lot and a lot of majors under your belt. How do you feel you are compared to last year?
Yeah, just obviously, like you said, a lot more experience. I think I physically probably had the skills that I've got now last year, but I just hadn't proved to myself that they would hold up under pressure. But this event was great. It felt like I had a period from this win through to Bermuda where I really closed out some events well, and that was probably something that I didn't know whether I had the ability to do. But obviously winning here wire to wire, being tied for the lead with 4 holes to play and winning by 3 shots, and then closing out to get my PGA Tour card at the Corn Ferry Finals, that was a tough process, and I think we birdied 4 of the last 6 holes there to do that. And then obviously we get into a position in the back 9 of Bermuda where it was anyone's tournament for the taking, and it just felt like I drew on my Irish Open experience of really taking the opportunity when I had the chance, and was able to take that opportunity when I had the chance as well.
You seem to thrive on these more challenging conditions a lot more. Bermuda, I know, was tough. Irish Open here last year was tough. Your caddy thinks you really like enjoying when you're presented with an opportunity where the weather's not so fair. It's really open for you.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know that I necessarily enjoy being out in this weather, but I do seem to do well in it. So we are kind of licking our lips when we do see the wind forecast blowing 20 mile an hour or a little bit of drizzle on the horizon. So I don't know. I think it just makes you focus that extra little bit harder. You're probably not given as many options for what shots to hit either. I think it's middle of the fairway, 150 yards out with no wind. You've probably got 3 or 4 different clubs you could try and hit, but once that wind gets up, you're pushed into maybe 1 or 2 different options that you've got there, and it requires that extra little bit of imagination and the ability to just see different shots in the wind and be able to visualize how they come out, be able to actually react to those and hit to them. I don't know. I feel like I'm a very imaginative human being. I'm not very good standing there with block practice trying to hit the same shot 50 times in a row. I want that variety and love being able to take that challenge on.
Lastly, this is the start to a few weeks which is going to be presenting you with these kind of tough conditions and shot shapes you might not be used to sometimes. What's the goal this week? I mean, especially as a defending champion, you probably must come into it with a little bit of a different mindset.
Yeah, I haven't looked enough at the forecast, but I know last year my goal was to get to 20 under. I wanted to really see whether I could do that, because I think Tiger got to like 23 or 24 here when he won. So I was like, I want to try and get as close as I can to that. So even going into Sunday, I had a 1-shot lead, but I was trying to get to 20 under as hard as I could. I probably didn't really focus on what the lead was until maybe 3 or 4 holes to go when it was all tied up. But up until that point, yeah, I had that 20 under number in my head, and I fell 1 short. So that would be a great number to set this week again. I don't know, it's probably going to be slightly harder conditions, so I might have to revise that, but that worked well for me last year. I probably will try and do something similar again. Obviously got a lot of confidence here. I feel like even though I might have been playing poorly leading up, there's still some of the shots that I feel like, I just got to hit that shot, and you're not even thinking about how do I do that. You just remember that's the shot I had to hit last year, so that's you just kind of visualize hitting that. And if I can carry that for 4 days, I think that will be kind of fun.
I think you do well. Good luck with this week.
Thank you.